Coach Prime seems to be revising his stance on coaching at the next level. So what do you all think is spurring on this change of heart about coaching in the NFL? Let's talk about it. Welcome back to What She Said. Now, I know y'all have probably heard, and just in case you haven't, Coach Prime is revising his stance on coaching at the next level with conditions that if both of his sons are drafted to the same team, he would coach in the NFL. Now, on November 19th, Coach Prime's new show, We Got Time, aired, and a Raiders guest, one of the biggest Raiders fans, was on that show, Ice Cube. And I watched Coach Prime as he sat in and leaned over and, he talked about coaching the NFL and his sons moving on. He asked Ice Cube, what would you do? And I was like, nah, Coach Prime, you know darn well you don't want that man's opinion. You putting it out there that your sons will be the reason you will revise your stance on the NFL. Now, I don't even know if Shedeur or Shiloh want to go to the same team, number one. Number two, I don't even know if they want their father following them to the NFL because they might want to do their own thing. But Shedeur and Shiloh both know and respect that football is the family business. They also understand how well connected his father is and how effective he is and successful at winning. And everybody wants to win, right? So the change of heart seems to be coming with the condition that I would go with the team that draft both of my sons. Now, I don't know if y'all saw the video. I don't know when it was taken, but I don't think it was recent. And Antonio Pierce was the coach of the Raiders, and there was some kind of dinner. And Coach Prime walked up to the top and the front and said, can you draft both of my sons? Now, y'all know Antonio Pierce is not the coach of the Raiders anymore. Also, I saw a tour, it's a video out there, of Allegiant Stadium with Coach Prime there. And I know I saw Shiloh. I don't know, Shedeur could have been off camera. Maybe he wasn't there. I don't recall. And I just recall Coach Prime looking at Shiloh and saying, do you like this stadium? I was like, wow, okay. So for people that kept saying throughout the season, Shiloh isn't getting drafted, I'm like, y'all crazy. I'm like, y'all crazy. And once we saw Devontae Adams leave and go to the Jets, and that allowed Vegas to have an additional pick, 4th round possible upgrade to 2nd round, I said, Shedeur and Shiloh. That's what I see. That's what I think. So now that the Raiders no longer have the first pick, the Titans have the first pick, and apparently they have quite a few picks. I'm thinking, with people saying that Shedeur could go to the Titans, I just don't see the Titans picking Shedeur. Now, to me, they should pick, say, Shedeur and Jimmy Horn Jr. That's what they should do. But I don't know the Titans organization. I haven't been around enough to know how they move about. Like the Giants, okay, we get it. I know some of the problems the Commanders used to have, but they don't have anymore. So certain teams like the Falcons, it just come with a lot of politics. So I don't understand how the Titans operate. So, but from a business perspective, I would get Shedeur and Jimmy Horn Jr. I just would do it if I'm a Titans GM. Now, as far as Shiloh and Shedeur going to the same team, even if they went to the same team right now, Coach Prime still has 3 years left on his contract. And what I've seen of Coach Prime, regardless of how I'm ready to go or this isn't a good fit for me, it seems like he would stay until his contract ended, which is 3 more years. So I was like, is this some kind of negotiating ploy? Like, to make sure that Boulder understands, don't come with no bull junk when it's time to renew this contract. Because I think I heard they can have discussions about contract renewals after year 3. So I was like, is this some kind of, like planting the seed that Colorado needs to understand I could hit that door. So, and some people don't like being pushed around. It might be a go ahead and go, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Colorado, don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. If you think I can go and get me another winning coach, yeah, okay. Let me see you duplicate the prime effect. I haven't seen anybody else do it. I just haven't. So after the Kansas game, I did a video. So the video was basically about how I felt like the NCAA and the Big 12 need to step up and, lay down the law. Look, we seeing bias against Colorado. We can't have y'all out here cheating Colorado. That's basically how I felt about it. Of course, they'd have to say it differently, like come back with some new refs, some more modern refs, and, modern in their thinking. And then, Colorado's a part of the Big 12. Big 12 got a total line. Look, we bring y'all too much money. Y'all not out here playing ball, But then the Big 12 has to have Colorado's best interest at heart. They might be like, look, we neutral. We neutral because anybody could get the money when they go to the Big 12 championship. I don't need to stomp for you because, if BYU go, they going to bring the money back. That's exactly what happened this year. Arizona State brought the money back to the conference. See, all the money Colorado made, BYU made, Arizona State made, and anybody else that went to a bowl game, Iowa State, came back to the Big 12 conference. And it's up to the Big 12 conference to say, okay, I have 16 teams. Let me divide, $40 million by 16 teams. $400 million. Let me divide, $400 million by 16 teams. That's how it goes. So even the last place team, Oklahoma State, the university benefited from pooled revenue. So, I don't know. But another reason I was thinking that, after the Kansas game, if they don't stand up for him, in the NCAA and the Big 12 and try to curtail this bias is I'm cool with Coach Prime if he want to leave. Because you shouldn't be the only one out here fighting for fairness. In fact, Colorado's regents should be fighting for fairness. The Big 12 should be fighting on your behalf. And the NCAA should want you to advance to the college football playoffs because it made it more entertaining. Colorado's bowl game, even though it didn't go our way, still had the highest viewership of any non-college football playoff game. You really want that to walk out the door? Okay, so do right by Coach Prime. Now, he has 3 years left for them to get it together. But if they haven't gotten it together by year 5, I'm pretty sure he might take that as a sign, you know what? Time for me to go. And to be honest with you, I have no qualms with it. Go where you are celebrated, not where you are tolerated. And that's exactly what it would be. The conference benefiting from the viewerships and the popularity, but not standing up for Colorado against bias from these referees. Colorado benefiting from the money and increased admissions and increased this and the community increased that, but nobody's standing up against the bias for the team. So yeah, on year 5, if they don't get that together, I could get that $100 million somewhere else. I will be perfectly fine with it. So I don't know what the true reason is for spurring all of this talk on, but we're hearing it from Coach Prime. He seems to be revising his position about coaching at the next level, which is the NFL, and it does come with conditions for his sons to play for the same team and he coached. See, people thought the package deal, when they were trying to mess up recruiting, they kept putting out the false story that the package deal was Coach Prime and Shador going to the same team as if Shiloh wasn't going to the league. You see, that's how you know that was hate. Because this man said it out of his own mouth. Both my sons play for the same teams and I will coach. If I'm a team owner and I have it in my budget, Dallas, the Titans, the most picks and probably the most money, and Vegas. So y'all let me know your thoughts. If you think Coach Primes goes to the NFL, do you think he would complete his contract at Colorado? I think so. I think he would be there until the contract is up, unless there's something going on that we can't see. But from what I can tell, he didn't leave Jackson State until his contract was up. So I don't think he would leave Colorado until his contract is up. You let me know your thoughts.